Hey, let us quickly learn how to make the Google Forms, and it is very important now in the online era of learning because most of the schools are now struggling how to give the assignments to the students. So I will talk about making the quiz assignments, making the Google Forms, and also posting them in just one click to the classroom because you have to make use of Google Forms and you have to make use of classrooms if you want to work with the group of students. Especially it will be beneficial for the school teachers. So let us start. First of all, you need to open up your Gmail, as I have opened it on my screen. So you can see Gmail comes with the number of options. No doubt this Gmail is displaying all the material or all the emails which I have received now, but this is not my area of interest. The thing which in which I am interested is to talk about Google Forms. So from where we will get the Google Forms? So here we are having an option where the photo is displayed, where your profile photo is displayed. Over here you can get the Google account information, but you do not need to click over here because now you do not want to work for the Google account, but you are looking for the various applications which could be used so that you can make the Google form. So let us click the option which is alongside this profile picture. So when we will click this option, we will get various options, that is about account, Google search, Google Maps, Gmail, Play Store, YouTube, contacts, drive, calendar, shopping, photos, translate, Google Duo, Google Meet, Google Jamboards, and News. But we are not interested in any of these. We are interested in making up the Google Forms. So we are having the options, that is Docs, Sheets, Slide, Books, Blogger, Hangouts, Earth, Classroom, Keep, Collections, Arts, Google Ads, and Google One, Podcasts. So out of these, the most suitable option which I am finding is Google Docs. So let us click on Google Docs, and here we will get the option to make the Google Forms. So when you will open up the Docs, you will find that everything which is in your Google Drive will be displayed over here. So in my Google Drive, I am having Book 10 Test 3. So these are all the documents. These are doc files. So all the doc files are available over here, but still I'm not interested in any of the previous documents. What I want to do, I just want to make a new Google form. So as we want to create the new Google form, so we will click on this particular button, that is main menu. Under the heading we will get docs, sheets, slides, and forms. So various things works differently, like here the docs will only display all the docs which are there in your Google Drive. Google Sheets are important when you are using Google Classroom and when you are using Google Forms, because Google Sheets can maintain the record of the responses. So in this video we are not going to talk about the Google Sheets or Google Slides. We are going to use the Google Forms first of all. So let us click on the Google Forms, and now it is time to create a new Google form. As you can see here on my screen, I have already made some of the quizzes, some of the assignments, and all these forms are made with the help of Google Forms. Now I want to create a new Google form. That means I need to find an option. So where will be the option? Here in the extreme right bottom corner, we are having a plus sign, and when we will move our cursor on the plus sign, we will find two further options: create a new form or choose template. We do not want to choose a template. We will only create a new form because we can modify our new form as we require. So let us click on the create new form here. Here we go. So we are having an untitled form. First of all, we need to give the title to the form. Because I'm teaching physics, so I will just give a title which will just tell the kids that what kind of topic I am interested in. So I want to make the Google form related to mechanical properties of fluids. Now, when it comes to mechanical properties of fluids, children will come to know that this is the chapter number. This is part of the chapter number unit number 7. from the physics book and class 11th, so definitely they will learn that I have made this quiz or made this Google form for the mechanical properties of the fluids. So let us start with this, and before starting I would like to tell you that here I have given a title, mechanical properties of fluids, but here on the extreme left corner we are not seeing that title. So we will just click over here and we will find that a title is now mentioned over here automatically. Now we need to add the first question, and I want to make my first question to be multiple choice question. So I will add a first question, that is Pascal is a unit of, and now I want my kids to respond for this question, and I will give the various options, that is force, it could be a unit of thrust, it could be a unit of pressure, or it could be a unit of, its spellings are wrong, so let us recorrect it, pressure. And the fourth option I will add is let's say weight. Right. So now I just want my children, my kids should answer this question and they should not skip this answer. My form will not get submitted until they do this. So now I'm going to force my students to answer this question, and for that purpose I will click this button, required button, and now my students will never be able to submit this form until they will answer this first question. But if you want your students that they should skip the question and they should submit the form without answering any of the questions, if they do not want to, then you just need to switch it off, otherwise make it like this. Now the thing is, I just make the things easy, I will make the things easier for you, because as a teacher you cannot check all the assignments on your own. So in order to save time, we will add further modifications and we will do further settings so that children will get the instant response for their answers. So first question you are done with. If you want to make the quiz assignment with the multiple choice questions, what you have to do, you just have to click the plus button. There will be an option of multiple choice question. You will have to type the question and then just have to add the options, and just if you want to make it required answer, then make it required, otherwise you could leave it. And if you have used the question once again, if you are feeling that you do not need to add this question, you just need to click on the delete button and the question will be deleted like this. So let us add one more question. Let us learn about the another type which we could add in the quiz. So that another type is a kind of, you can say, blank question, fill in the blank question. So rather than adding a fill in the blank, I will write that it as short answer question. So we will make it a short answer question, and I will give you a question that is surface tension of liquids generally dash with temperature, dash with temperature. As I do not want to give them a hint, so I just marked it as a short answer. Now here they will have to add only a single word, so we can make it a required answer as well. So let us mark it as required, and now add another question. And we are having the choice that is drop down. So let us say we are having this drop down button, and here you could add the question. So I would like to add, okay, one simplest question, that is store is the unit of, and now I want to give the options. First option is, is it a unit of beyond force? BUOYANT, beyond force, or it is a unit of force. Is torr a unit of thrust, or torr is a unit of pressure? Again, pressure. So we have added up, and now we want to make it required answer, so I will mark it as a required answer. Now we will add one more option. Now I will change the type. Rather than marking it as a drop down answer, I will select. We are done with short answer questions. We can even add the paragraphs. So paragraphs, I feel, are not suitable for those who make their own answers. Like there are number of intelligent kids in our classes who will who will just understand the concepts, and when it will come to answers, they will form their own answers. So a paragraph only works when there are specific answers, like when there are specific definitions. So in that case, paragraph questions are not good uh, for this kind of assignments which are going to be evaluated by their own. But yes, you can add paragraph questions if you are going to evaluate the assignments on your own, rather than making the assignment self-checked. So we are done with the multiple choice questions, we are done with the drop down question, we are done with the short answer question. Now we can add the check boxes. Even check boxes work in the same manner. So if it is about a checkbox, then I will add again a kind of question which is quite simple, because I do not want to go into the complexity. I want everyone to understand the concept. So Bernoulli's theorem is a consequence of law of conservation of, and now we will add some questions, that is momentum. So answer is not a momentum. Then the second question option I will give is mass. The third option I will give is energy, and the fourth option is angular momentum. And again, I will make this as a required answer. So if I will add it as a required answer, then again students will not be able to submit the assignments until they will answer the question. Now it comes to the auto check. I want to make this Google form as an assignment, and what I will do, I will go to the settings, I will go to the general settings. There is always a difficulty when we collect the responses. The difficulty is to identify who has submitted his or her form. So in that case, you must collect email addresses. When you will get the email addresses, then it will become easier for you to find out which student has submitted the response, and you need to limit to one response. And when you will respond to one response, then it means there will be no multiple responses recorded. And do not allow your children to edit after submission, because it will cause inconvenience to you. And you need to see summary charts and text responses, then make it tick. If you do not want to see the summary charts of the individual responses and text responses, then do not click it. So respondents can see their summary charts. If you want your respondents to see their summary charts, then you can make it tick, otherwise you can just ignore this. Also when it comes to presentation, you can ask for show the progress bar, and you can also go for the shuffle question order, or show link to submit other and other responses. No, you do not need to do this. You can see record the progress bar, because it will help you to see how your children are improving, whether the kids are doing well or not. And when you will go to the quizzes, then make this a quiz assignment. Do not forget to do this. When you will do this, like you will get the option. When you will make it a quiz assignment, you will be saving a lot of your own time, because here we are having a great option, that is immediately after each submission, quiz options release marks इमिडिएटली आफ्टर ईच सबमिशन, हर एक सबमिशन के बाद इमिडिएटली अगर हमें उनको मार्क्स दिखाने हैं, सो अदर ऑप्शन इज लेटर आफ्टर मैनुअल रिव्यू, और इफ यू वांट टू रिव्यू इट मैनुअल, that is completely your choice. I cannot deal with such kind of things, so I just want that they can immediately receive their marks and after the submission, and respondent can see their missed questions, the correct answers, and the point values. So let us make these changes and click on save. Now we are done with our Google form. So now we want to see how our Google form looks like and how it will look on the another screen. So this was setting, this is preview. So I is giving us an option of preview. So first of all, it requires an email address, so the child will have to enter his or her email address. So I will add my own. Now my email address will go to the teacher. Then Pascal is a unit of, see, the thing is, this is the kind of form which we have which we are looking on, but we have not made any kind of changes over here yet, because I wanted that the marks should be released immediately and child should get the correct responses. So here, when we will click on the question, you will get the option answer key over here. Now you need to add an answer key. So Pascal is a unit of pressure. So let us click on pressure and let us mark it as 0.1. It will, this is a question for mark 1. Then surface tension of liquids generally, and generally it decreases with the temperature. So I want to add answer key, click on the answer key, add a correct answer, decreases, and give it 1 point and mark it done. Then go to the third question. When you will click over here, you will get that answer key option over here. So torr is the unit of beyond force, it is Newton. Force, it is Newton. For thrust, it is Newton. For pressure, it is bar, it is Pascal, it is torr. So pressure is the right answer. So mark it, give it a mark 1.1 and done. Last, Bernoulli's theorem is a consequence of law of conservation of. It is not a consequence of law of conservation. Click on the question, and at the last you will get an option answer key. Click on answer key, and Bernoulli's theorem is the consequence of law of conservation of energy. So mark it as energy, and do not forget to give it 1 point. So 1 point for this answer and done. Now we are done with our assignment. It will automatically get saved, so you do not need to press save button. And suddenly if your PC shuts down, you do not need to worry, because all the responses are getting saved automatically. Good news. So we were here and we were about to give the responses. So Pascal is a unit of, because I know the answers, I will not mark the wrong answers. So let us say pressure. So here you will see that the answer may get wrong, because I am going to write decreases, and torr pressure. Here we got the drop down button, and torr is a unit of pressure, and I have selected from a drop down button. Again, you can see you can choose beyond force, force, thrust, or pressure. Child will not be able to see all the options at once. And when it will come to the marking questions, so Bernoulli's theorem is a consequence of law of conservation of energy, and it will mark a tick over here. And let us submit. So the responses have been recorded, and child will get this message on his screen, and he or she can view the score. So he got 3 marks. As I told you earlier, child will score 3 marks because here in the answer which I recorded, I put it all as capital D and else of the alphabets in the small letters. These were not in the uppercase. So in order to avoid such kind of confusion, what you can do, see, the answer is correct, child has written decreases, but still it is marked wrong because it was auto check. So here you need to be very careful. So what you can do in this case, just go to your Google form, and here you see your Form needs and description. So you can add in the description, must write the answers in uppercase. And when you will record the answer over here, when you are making a marking scheme, do not forget that you should record in uppercase as well. When you will do this, the chances will be avoided that children could get confused. Must, so you need to write the instructions. So this is all about Google Forms. So you can see how convenient it is to deal with the Google Forms. And now let's go to its another part, which makes it even more interesting, because you do not have to share all this thing separately to every child. But the thing is, you can easily share this thing. You have to go back to your email and again click on Google Apps, and after clicking on the Google Apps, go to the Google Classroom. Here, when you will see my Google Classroom, I have already number of classrooms over here. So I'm taking a number of class 11 students. So I have different groups of class 11 students. So I have chosen the assignment of mechanical properties of fluids. So let's say I just want to post it in class 11C. Here we will go to the Google Classwork, and when we will go to the classwork, we will get an option that is create. When you will create an assignment, so let's say we are creating a quiz assignment, and now we will be having options like it will form a blank form automatically. So just make it cross and just give it a title, and the title is mechanical properties of fluids. Right, so instruction, record your responses in uppercase only. After doing this, just click add button, and you have to choose the assignment from the Google Drive. And what you will find the most recent Google form. So here I am having mechanical properties of fluids. I will click over here and I will mark insert. Now this is done, and now as I wanted to post this assignment in class 11C, so I have marked it and I want to send it to all students. So all the students are marked over here, and when all the students are marked tick, now the here in this assignment the number of marks is not 100, it is 4. So I will put it 4. And if you want to make it due date, you want to add due date or time. So like today is 17th of March. If you want to post it on 20th of March, let's say, mark it as 20. And at what time, you do not need to log in once again. You just add some time, that is, let us say 11 a.m. So we will mark it as 11. And if you want to send it in the midnight, so at midnight you will have to add 00 and 00. It will work, right? So it will get added up in the mid of the night. And if you want to again change the time and want to send it at 5 p.m., just put 12 plus 5 is 17. So 17. So the automatically assignment will get posted on Saturday 20th March at 5 p.m. And what about topic? There is no topic, and create topic, it's okay. So this is a due date, and that's it. You have to just click on the assign button, assigning, and it is instantly assigning. So okay, it is a time bound. I'm sorry for this. Actually, this is assigned for that is due date, this that when is the last date, so it is just a time bound assignment. So in this way you can send the assignments to the kids in just one click. I hope you like this video, and I hope it will be helpful to you. So thank you.